This video will walk you through the steps of using your iPad and your iPad tablet stage to make videos at home that can be uploaded to your YouTube teacher page so that you can easily share them through your Google Classroom. To get started, you'll want to open up the settings on your iPad, and over on the left side of your screen, Control Center is what you want to select. And then from Control Center on the right side of your screen, select Customize Controls. What you're looking for is screen recording, and it'll be down at the bottom under More Controls. You can click the plus sign next to it to move it up to the top, which will now include it in your Control Center. So now to access your video recording, you can swipe down from the upper right corner of your iPad, and it's going to be this dot. Mine is red right now. You'll want to, before you actually start your screen record, press and hold on that screen recording button and check to make sure your microphone is on. The default is for it to be off. So you'll just select the picture of the microphone and make sure that it is on. After you do that, then you can press to start your recording, and you'll notice up in the upper right-hand corner of my iPad the red button that shows that it is recording what I do on my screen, and it's recording my voice right now. So let's say that we want to use our iPad tablet stage, and maybe we're going to work through an assignment that we posted to our Google Classroom, and we're just going to go through this together with a video tutorial. So I can click on my camera, and here is my worksheet on my tablet stage. And so then I would be able to instruct students. Let's start with the ones column. So we have a 5 there. Our tens column, it's a 1. Our hundreds column is a 2, and I would just be able to walk through those steps just like I would in the classroom. I can pinch and zoom in a little bit closer if I need to so that it's a little bit easier to see, but I can walk through a worksheet that I've given to them to complete using this tablet stage. Keep in mind that you can also use your tablet stage to make any video tutorials using the camera and recording yourself. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Hello. So maybe you have like a big poster paper, or maybe reading a book aloud, or demonstrating a science experiment. You can do all kinds of things, but what I have is the iPad sitting in the tablet stage up on the top tray, and then I just tilted that down. So let me go ahead and take my iPad out and turn my camera around so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Tilted just like that, so that then it becomes a tripod for your iPad so that you can make those video recordings really easily. Keep in mind that you can also use this screen recording to demonstrate for students something that you want for them to complete on their iPad. So maybe I would open up maybe we haven't used Google Slides very much, so maybe I'll open up Google Slides and then I'll walk through what it is that I want for students to do on their Google Slides. So this allows me to give them a step-by-step tutorial to help them get started with what I expect. Then I am going to go ahead and click the red circle in the upper right corner to stop my recording. And then I'll continue on with other directions here in just a minute. Now that I've created my video on my iPad, how do I share it with my students? First, I'm going to open the Photos app, and I will open this Recents album. And the very last video here that's 4 minutes 26 seconds is the one that I just recorded using my iPad tablet stage. So I'm going to click to select that. And I probably want to review it before I actually share it with my students. So it's playing back right now, but you'll notice in the upper right corner where my controls are, my speaker button has a line through it. So I have to press
Google Classroom. To get started, you'll want
to make that sound actually to where I can hear it. So after I've reviewed my video and I know that this is a good version that I want to share with my kids, I'm just going to pause that. If there are some things that you'd like to maybe try out, there is an edit button up here in the menu. So you do have a few options over here on the left side to be able to kind of play around with your video and try some things. But if you're good with what you've got going on, I'm going to just select cancel in the upper left corner and come back out to my controls here in the Photos app. So a couple of different ways that I can share this video out from my iPad. I'm going to use my share square, which is the square with the arrow pointing up. And if I have the Google Classroom app on my iPad, notice that that is one of the options. So I'm going to select Classroom. And so I've got my IT test class selected, but I can click this arrow on the far right side and bring up my entire class list if I need to do that. I'm going to stick with my IT test class, and then I can decide what I want to do with this video. So I'm just going to make an announcement right now. And notice that as soon as I selected that, now it is adding that video to this announcement in my Google Classroom. One thing to note is that students have reported that they'll click on that link in Google Classroom and it will say that the video is still processing. And some kids have said that it takes some time for it to process. So just keep that in mind if you decide to use this option. I also have the option to save this video onto my YouTube teacher page. To do that, I'm going to use the share square again, and probably the easiest way is to use the airdrop feature. So I'm going to airdrop this to my MacBook. I'll select Christy S for my MacBook, and now we'll switch over and show you what this looks like on the MacBook.
Okay, so I have pressed to select to airdrop that video file from my iPad to my MacBook, and I see in the upper right hand corner that it's asking me if I want to accept that airdrop. So I'll click accept, and I'm going to save it to my downloads. That'll be a lot easier to be able to get that video into my YouTube channel. And then it shows a progress bar around my little bubble person here. You can notice the blue line moving around. So keep in mind that the longer the videos are, the longer it will take for any of this to process, to airdrop, to upload. So you really want to try to make them as short and sweet as possible. So this particular video was like 4.5 minutes. So you notice that it really didn't take very long for it to make its way from my iPad to my MacBook. So there it is. I click to open, and there's the video on my MacBook from my iPad. I'm going to click that window or the X just to close that out for right now. So now I have my teacher YouTube page opened up, and remember that you can go through your Google App Launcher to select YouTube to get to your teacher page. I can tell it's my teacher page because there's my profile picture that's tied to that account. And so now I can click my plus sign on the camera to create a video. I'm going to choose to upload the video. And once this screen opens up to select the file, remember that I'm going to downloads because that's where I said to send that video. And this MP4 is my iPad video, and I can just click once to select and preview and make sure that's it. And then I can click open, and then you'll have the same steps to go through. You'll obviously want to rename that video, But same steps as were in the other video about just in general how to upload videos to your YouTube channel. You'll go through the same things. And then same idea as far as getting these videos into your Google Classroom. You'll notice down here your progress as far as how long that's going to take to upload. If you have any questions, make sure you email Dr. Garrity or myself. We're happy to help you.